A certificate of deposit, or a CD, is a type of savings account that pays a fixed interest rate on money held for an agreed upon amount of time. Welcome to the Pokemon Sleep edition of Investing in CDs. This CD matures after 1 week, or 5% every time, and that adds up pretty fast. Happy screen time, and thank you for subscribing for Pokemon Sleep Rotomfoolery. Area bonus is your participation trophy each week that you play Pokemon Sleep. In the early game, you get 10%, but for the rest of the game, you'll get only 5% as a bonus that is added to your area at the end of each week. You can see your area bonuses at any time by clicking into the main menu, then to the map, and then clicking on the island that you want to see the area bonus for. See, it's right there. Obviously, you can only do this for areas you've unlocked. But don't worry, locked areas have an area bonus of 0. So you already have all of those memorized. You smarty pants, you. In the early game, area bonus is actually one of the main sources for your progression. And you may not realize it, but there are decimal points. They don't show these in the player interface, but every little bit of strength helps. So you might be wondering, wait a minute, when is it 10% and when is it 5%? Well, if all of a player's area bonuses add up to less than 100%, then the researcher's area bonus will increase by 10% each week. So basically, for the first 10 weeks that you are playing Pokemon Sleep, you will accrue area bonus a little bit faster. Then you'll switch back to 5%, like the rest of us. Maybe this will switch again this year and every year going forward for newer players, because they definitely want to speed up players for the early game so that they can enjoy the full game, while those of us who have put in the time are enjoying the full game. They don't want a huge disparity in the player base, and this is pretty clear by how they add Pokemon and what areas they add them to, and how strong of Pokemon you can get early in the game these days. But the game is a grind, and the more they can do in the early game to make it less of a grind and to get players into the game faster, we can just expect that that's going to happen more and more. But I digress. Now, prior to May 2024, there was no extra faster growth area bonus, so we might see in a couple months if this is going to change or not. But some of us actually worked for our area bonuses. Do you realize how much I had to sleep that you didn't in order to earn these things? Do you realize the toll that much sleep takes on a person? Additionally, in August 2024, another new mechanic was added to area bonus. Prior to this, if you were at an area and your area bonus was maxed, you wouldn't gain anything. The area bonus maximum is tied to your sleep styles, although no one has ever fully confirmed what the exact numbers are here, and most of us never hit those because we weren't progressing at 10% in a week. That said, I think you'd have to go out of your way to actually make this a problem. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Anyway, after August 2024, if your area bonus is maxed in an area and not maxed in another area, the area bonus you would have accrued will spill to that next area. If you have multiple areas unlocked that do not have the area bonus maxed out, the game will distribute that area bonus across those areas. So whatever your next area is, it will drop 1% there. It will go to the next one that's not maxed and drop another 1%, to the next one another 1%. If it runs out, it will go back to the beginning and look for the next one that it can progress. And it does this until it runs out of that 5% or 10%. Look, I'm not bitter. I have better Pokemon than you. I've been playing longer. No, really, I'm not bitter. It's an act, okay? It's entertainment, okay? There is actually a scenario about area bonus where I don't know what will happen. And when we have enough context from talking in this video, I'll tell you about what that scenario is. And I'm actually going to encounter it in a few weeks. So make sure you subscribe so that in a future video, I can tell you the answer to the thing that I'm going to tell you I don't know. But before we do that, even with the area bonus spill, there is still a way to miss out on area bonus. If you are going to hit the max area bonus for an area, but you are within 5 of reaching that, the amount that you need to max it will be applied, but nothing will spill over to a different area. That spillover only happens after you're at the max in an area. So if the max is 75 and you're at 71, you will gain 4% and lose 1%. If you're at 74 and the max is 75, you would gain 1% and lose 4%. And before we continue, keep in mind that 75% is the maximum at the time I'm recording this video. We see that the maximum area bonus continues to go up and up over time. So if you're watching this in the future, okay, wait, what's the future like? Then the max area bonus might be higher. Go read the news. There's news to read all the time. Learn to read. Okay, remember back when we mentioned that the area bonus is tied to the number of sleep styles you have? Well, because of area bonus spill, it is highly unlikely that you would ever waste area bonus in the early game, unless you were intentionally tanking your game in order to try to hit the caps by not getting new sleep styles. And the only reason you would do this is for the purpose of trying to create a speed run to cap all of your area bonuses and set up a new category of speed running, and then everybody else who does this will have the exact same amount of time because the area bonus only gets applied once a week. Actually, the strategy to speedrun this would be to start your account at however long it takes to get to the tutorial, 3 something a.m. That would be the actual fastest time if you were going to do that. Not important. So that situation about losing area bonus. This is one reason that players use the EZZ travel tickets, and why players intentionally select or avoid certain areas. You don't want to miss out on area bonus. Area bonus is applied at whatever area you are in at 4 a.m. on Monday morning. So technically you can use an EZZ travel ticket up until 3:59 a.m. as long as the menus can load fast enough. Maybe wake up a little earlier if you're going to be doing it this way. And some of the minist and maxist players will wake up and actually do this so that they can still benefit from a big sleep session at the end of Sunday, but get the area bonus applied where they want. Now, personally, I don't do that. When I've wanted to apply my area bonus to a different place than I was for the week, I actually do it just Sunday morning and spend Sunday just bringing up the Snorlax strength in that new area. And so it's kind of like a Monday and a half for one day at that area. And that way I can still benefit from high spawn counts and lots of dream shards from Monday through Saturday, and only have one day at a new area where I would be struggling for that week because of a low area bonus. Going to a new area can be a major grind, and I actually didn't spend a week at Lapis Lakeside until I already had a 10% area bonus locked in place from doing that strategy I just talked about. These days, I am a nerd who keeps track of my current area bonus and future area bonus plans in a spreadsheet so that I can keep track of how they're going to spill over. And the thing that I don't know is, if you hit a max area bonus in an area during the spill, does the spilled area bonus get wasted because it wasn't at max when you started, or does it continue? So basically, in a couple weeks, I'm going to have area bonus spill in to maximize my Lapis Lakeside area bonus from level 74 to 75. And I don't know if 1% of area bonus will be wasted at Lapis Lakeside, or if it will continue to roll over into Old Gold Power Plant. So at the end of the Cresselia event, my area bonus will spill over, which will bring my Lapis Lakeside up to 75. We will find out at that time if Old Gold Power Plant is at 51 or 52%, and we'll know the answer to that question. So again, make sure you subscribe if you're worried about that. Actually, just make sure you subscribe because it's like the respectful thing to do, okay? No, I'm just kidding. But please subscribe. So ideally, you would avoid putting yourself into a situation where there's any opportunity to lose area bonus. So you don't want to land between 70 and 75, and that's because, number one, if you're at 73 or whatever, you don't want to go to that area, or you're going to know you're going to be using an EZZ travel ticket from that area, and so it's best to just avoid that scenario. So the best thing you can do is try to get your area bonus to land back on that 5% interval, and ideally land it on 70 at some point so that you can go to that area, max it out for a week, and then go back to wherever you want. Now this is why I went to Taupe Hollow 3 weeks ago, was because after having a bunch of different spills and being at varying amounts of area bonus, I realized that I was 5 away exactly from the cap, so I wanted to go and cap it. And at this point in the video, we've talked a lot about area bonus, but we still haven't really explained what is area bonus. And the simple definition is, it is a bonus that is applied to anything that gives Snorlax strength. So your berries have a base value. That base value is affected by a Pokemon's level, and then it is multiplied by 1 plus your area bonus. So if your area bonus is 5%, it's multiplied by 105%. And you may not realize it, but again, there are decimals there, so you are actually getting all of that strength, even if the numbers kind of round to a weird way. When you cook a meal, the sum of your recipe strength plus the raw strength of the extra ingredients is multiplied by the sum of your area bonus plus 1. Basically, area bonus is the last multiplier that is applied to your meal right before Snorlax eats it. And this is why I spent time grinding meal levels at Cyan Beach, where I had a high area bonus, because it means that those meals leveled up faster for when I came back to like Old Gold Power Plant. If I had been at Old Gold Power Plant that whole time, I'd actually have lower level meals than I have right now. And if you want to understand more about those strategies or how meal strength is calculated from start to finish, we've got some videos about those things too. Check the description. And finally, the charge strength skills. These also benefit from area bonus. Shout out to the Golduck gang. The main skills that add strength to Snorlax directly, charge strength S, charge strength M, and stockpile, are all boosted by area bonus. Some of the other relative main skills, like extra helpful S, helper boost, and berry burst, are also affected by area bonus, but only because they are adding more berries. No other main skill is impacted by area bonus. Now remember, area bonus is a bonus. Your strength is already at 100% by default. It's 100% is whatever you're doing. That is your 100% of the week. So an area bonus of 50 is actually like 150%, which we always make this comparison of a berry Pokemon having berry finding S, that is a 150% production for the berry Pokemon. Well, this is an 150% boost for all of your Pokemon's berries, for all of your meals, and for some of those skills that we mentioned. If you've already forgotten what those skills are, rewind the video and try again. Imagine if the area bonus cap ever did get to 100%. Effectively, that would be a 2 times the production for all of our Pokemon. Even at 50%, a 1.5 times multiplier on all of these things, that's an insane amount of strength. That's like the strength that gets applied on those event weeks where we boost meals. And so meals are like way extra powerful on those weeks if you're at an area with a high area bonus. So don't take area bonus for granted. I suggest using it strategically in the early game by grinding up the area bonus of a single area. And many of you have already seen videos where I have discussed this strategy, but if you haven't, I'll also link those in the description. And congratulations! For watching this video, your area bonus for the channel has gone up 5%. If you're happy about that, please like the video. But hang on, make sure you're subscribed before you leave the video, or that 5% will not apply. Yikes, what a waste. And yes, if it is your second or third time watching this video all the way through, your area bonus does continue to stack. But the cap here matches the game, so currently it's at 75%. So if you watch this video more than 15 times, please note that your area bonus will spill over into other Pokemon Sleep YouTubers that you are subscribed to. Let's do this again sometime. Happy researching.